Jennifer Fairbanks, and I have actually created a new pattern as an add-on to go with the sports bra. And this will work with any of the sports bras that we've done. Right now I currently just have the Laurel and the Christina, but any other sports bras I'll be working on, this pattern should work with that as well. So what I've done is I needed myself a new bathing suit. So I made this little skirt, so to speak, for a bathing suit bottom, because I like to cover my stomach a little bit. But this could easily be used as an athletic top or an undershirt. It has a variety of different options. What's awesome is I actually made a little pocket. So this was the first sample I did. The one that you'll actually be getting is slightly revised. I believe I made the pocket a little bit deeper, or I made the overlap a little bit deeper, so it's less likely for anything to fall out of it. But I did this basically because I go to water parks with my daughter, and sometimes if I have, I may need to keep some cash on me, and or my ID or something like that, and I'd rather not leave it sitting out somewhere where someone can take it, so sometimes I like to have things on me. So this is the Tankini. When you get the pattern, there's actually, I have an A4 option, a letter A1, and A0, depending on which size you need. If you get the A1, it's actually 2 pages, A0 is 1 page, and all the sizes are nested together. In your little booklet, it'll actually show you what your sports bra size is, so you would actually need to make sure that you have the sports bra and you know what size fits you in the sports bra, so you use those for directions. So this actually has just the number of the sports bra on here, and then the finished hem amount of what this is going to create. If for some reason you need to make this smaller or wider, smaller or bigger, at the hip, what I would recommend doing is actually, I don't know if you can see, let's see, is basically taking your center front panel or your center back panel and removing it kind of at an angle at the hem in the center. Doing it anywhere on the side panels could be difficult because we have 2 pieces of fabric overlapping with the pocket on there. Certainly you can do that, but I would recommend to make your adjustments on the center one. You may also, I know in here I have the hem instructions before, I think not even as the last step, but if you're not sure if the side shaping is going to be perfect for you also, wait to do the hem until after you've attached the top to the skirt, or tankini, whichever you would like to call it. So these instructions do not include the sports bra. You'll need to actually follow the directions of the sports bra, and you would actually stop right before you get to the band. So you would not be cutting anything on the band. If you do want to have the band decoration on top of it, you're welcome to do that, but what I will be demonstrating will not be using that band. It's just going to be attaching the bottom to it and sewing a piece of elastic to the seam line to help with a little bit of support. I am using a fabric that I had bought for my sports bra kits, and I loved it so much. That's what I made this bathing suit out of. It is super firm and supportive, and it's actually amazing for swim as well. I wasn't sure how it would stand up, but this bathing suit has now been to a water park, and it actually shows no signs of wear, and usually the water parks tear fabrics apart. So I love this fabric. It is actually very supportive. It would work a little bit better as a top, especially for someone who's a little larger, than just using swim spandex, because swim spandex will stretch a little bit. You could also get this and line it with, I've got the purple and the blue. I've got tons of it. It's actually recycled polyester. I really enjoy it, but you can see that it would give you a little bit of extra support if you use it with the spandex. So mine, the one I'm going to be working on, is I'm actually going to do one for myself, which will have this as my accent. Isn't this gorgeous? And then this is my main fabric. I would do my entire swimsuit out of this, but because of the support I need in the chest area, I will not be doing this throughout it because I think I need more support. So this will be up on top, and this will be accent pieces on the bottom. Okay, so when you get your pattern, you'll see a wide variety of pattern pieces on here. You want to find your band size. Now the band the waistlines of every single one of these bands fits the waistline for all of the sports bra patterns, and basically the seam lines of the top line up to the seam lines of the bottom. So regardless of which style you get, they will all line up. You just need to make sure that you actually line them up and baste them so they line up perfectly. But go ahead and cut your fabric or your paper out for your size, and then I'm going to be cutting out my fabric. Okay, so I went ahead and I cut out the paper patterns for my the Tankini add-on. I have the sports bra pattern around here somewhere that I'll actually need to cut out, and my kitty cat's up here again. So hopefully I'll be able to get this filmed. Okay, Brian, it's time to move. It's time to move. I can't give you any love right now, okay? Okay, there you go. Oh my God, he's heavy. Okay, so I am going to use this fabric as my accent. So this is going to be for the overlay piece. And because it has a cool pattern on it, I'm actually going to basically line it up like this. So the edges are lining up, so I'll have the same pattern on each side. And I plan to make some bottoms with this. I love this fabric. I only bought 1 yard of it. I bought it in Miami, I think like last year or the year before. So there we go. I can save a little bit more fabric. And so because this does have a pattern that's going to line up. Oh. So I'm lining up my grain line to the selvage, and then I'm going to just cut tape on this. Let me make sure that is straight. Straight. I'd love to use this fabric on the entire thing, but it doesn't. It's too stretchy to have a supportive top out of it. Looks like the cat is getting ready to jump right back up here again. Yep, here he is. Okay. So I'm going to set this to the side in this beautiful fabric. And then this one is going to be for the rest of it. And I had rolled a whole bunch of this up since I had it on the roll. Okay. So if I were to just fold my fabric in half, and I do have this fabric available on my website. This is the, I forget what I call it. Well, it's probably one of the only fabrics I have. So, actually, I probably will not fold it like this because we have 2 pieces that are supposed to be on the fold at the back. So at least I'll do half and half. So, okay, that looks good. Let me just make sure the green is, everything is straight. And it would be before this step, so if you did need to make it a little bit wider, you'd probably want to pivot it like this so you have this much more room in the back, depending on whatever your needs are. But all the instructions in the instruction packet should tell you exactly how to make those changes. There we go. Yeah, I think my scissors need to get sharpened. to this side. Actually, let's see what we can do over here. So this is over here. I'm going to luckily this fabric is not directional, so I can flip it like this. If fabric is directional, meaning that it will have a different pattern cut from top to bottom, you just need to be aware of how you lay your pattern pieces out. Piece left. And this side pocket, the piece with the pocket, the only part of this that's going to be visible is actually going to be the pocket piece. So the rest of it is not going to be visible. My nose is tickly. Okay, so we have our right and left. You can see one side is a little darker than the other, so my right side, so if we were to have it like this, and we folded this up, this is going to be the only visible part of this. So this is right here where you see the dark area. This is actually the back side of the fabric. So what we would want to do is we actually want to lay this piece in here, kind of backwards. So we're going to end up doing our pocket like this. See? And that part will be visible. Then when we actually get to it, where did my fancy little pieces go? This basically goes on top of it, folded down like this. And the way I laid them out, look, they're nice and symmetrical. And that'll be really pretty. You'll be able to kind of get your hand in that pocket. So this is going to be how these pieces are going to be lined up. But before, what I'd like to do is I actually would like to, so I'm looking at this side, I'm going to fold this back and finish this edge. Now if your fabric does not fray or anything, you don't need to do it. But I'm going to zigzag it, just kind of keep it in place. It makes for a nice finished edge. Plus it's what I wrote in the drill instructions. I thought I had more pins sitting here. I guess I do not. Okay, so I'm going to do that on both sides. There's one. I saw another pin. There's one. So these are going to be like this. So pin those down. Now this, we know that this is going to be tucked under. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tuck this, fold this one under, and I'm going to do a little zigzag stitch to hold it down. And this will also help you figure out which sides you're lining things up to. Okay, so next up is to do this hem.
Thanks for watching. If you would like to have more content like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment below. Thank you very much.